Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 5. I'm Justin Betty. Throughout the pandemic, people have been looking for new hobbies and ways to have fun while also maintaining physical distancing. Now, we've reported before that has caused many businesses that specialize in outdoor sports to see upticks in sales over the last year. But has our milder than usual winter affected that? Newswatch 12's Morgan Johnson gives us a look.
This winter, many people are looking for an outdoors escape. For some, that escape is snowmobiling, but this winter hasn't presented favorable conditions for snow lovers.
The weather definitely kind of killed the excitement around the sport a little bit this year for sure. Schroeder's
RV and Marine in Rhinelander is the place for all things snowmobiling, and right now it's usually their busiest time for snowmobile purchases. After owner Scott Borth saw an abundance of sales of campers, boats, and ATVs, he expected that trend to continue.
Docks and lifts, power sports, RV and marine business. The rest of our businesses have definitely been significantly up since roughly May of last year.
Except this year, when the Northwoods would usually have several inches of snow, there was none.
That's been kind of a tough year for snowmobiles because this year we really didn't open until right about February 1st.
And Borth's doesn't see trails staying open much longer with the warm weather ahead. Here at Schroeder's in Rhinelander, they've seen a big decline in snowmobile sales this year. February was their best month, and it will likely stay that way. However, here at Irv's and Tomahawk, they say February has been their best month too, but in terms of sales, it's been pretty consistent in the past few years, and they haven't really seen a big difference. The weather is pretty much the same in Tomahawk, but snowmobile sales are not.
Sales have definitely been consistent with the last couple of years. Even with the shorter season, people still, just given with the pandemic and everything, people really want to get outdoors. So we saw really great business when the snow was around because people just want to get out and have fun.
Witt says with the help of local snowmobile clubs, trails are always at their best, attracting the store's same local customers year after year. Both Schroeder's and Irv's are hoping for a longer winter next year so more people can come and see what the sport of snowmobiling has to offer. Reporting for Newswatch 12, I'm Morgan Johnson.
One Northwoods mom is honoring the Northwoods history of snowmobiles with a new book. Becky Bettine says she wrote My Snowmobile Adventure after noticing a lack of children's books about snowmobiles. She's already sold over 500 copies and says a second order is now on its way. She says the book is based on her son's snowmobile adventures, as well as memories from her own childhood.
I wanted to be able to show kids who have a little bit of knowledge of snowmobiling, just a fun snowmobiling book, but also kids who have no knowledge of snowmobiling, kind of like what goes into it so that they can be excited and maybe tell their parents and continue to grow the sport.
Bettine lives in Mercer right now and used local artists and publishers to help bring her vision to life.
It's really nice to kind of keep everything in northern Wisconsin. My biggest goal was to make sure that everything was done in the USA. And so the fact that we can add, everything was done in northern Wisconsin is even more exciting.
Many folks are asking if there's a sequel. She said she is working with some different ideas right now. You can buy a copy of the book at mysnowmobileadventure.com. Outside, Jeff, looks like we'll be melting quite a bit of snow this week.
Yeah, nothing but sunshine today and warmer temperatures. Check out these temperatures out there right now. We're at 40 in Rhinelander, also Eagle River, 42 Land O'Lakes. It's comfy outside. We'll do this again tomorrow and for Thursday and for Friday. And in fact, there is a 50 in the 7-day forecast. But it is windy out there today out of the southwest, around 10 to 20 miles per hour, giving us feel-like temperatures in the 30s throughout the day today. All right, a little bit of cloud cover out there now, but not much at all, making for a beautiful sunset tonight. And then off to the west of us, the storm track has shifted once again. One to our north, one to our south. We are in a happy spot in the middle. We are dry through the weekend. Your forecast tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies, mostly clear skies, too, with low temperatures down near 23. Your full forecast coming up. Justin?
Thanks, Jeff. After plateauing last week, the 7-day average number of new confirmed COVID-19 cases in Wisconsin is now the lowest it's been since early last July. Today, the State Department of Health Services announced 324 new confirmed cases, dropping the rolling 7-day average to 575. Meanwhile, after reporting no new deaths associated with COVID-19 the the last 2 days. Today, DHS reports 28. That keeps our rolling 7-day average at 18. In our 12-county north central Wisconsin region, look at this. Hospitalization numbers have really fallen off over the last week or so. Right now, DHS reports 20 people in our region are in the hospital with COVID-19, and they say just 7 of those are in the ICU. So far, nearly 1.5 million doses of COVID-19 vaccine have now been administered across Wisconsin. DHS reports 16% of the state has now received at least 1 dose, including about 55% of those over age 65. You may notice if you've watched this map over the last couple weeks, it's also starting to be distributed a bit more evenly across the state. Right now, Wisconsin has among the best rates of vaccination in the country, both per capita and based on number of vaccines allocated to the state. Newswatch 12's Georgina Fernandez spoke to state health leaders today to learn more about their progress so far and what we can expect moving forward.
Wisconsin's leading the U.S. in the race to distribute vaccines. DHS reports the state has distributed 93% of allocated vaccines compared to a national average of 78%. And they say we're moving closer to herd immunity.
Having more doses available to us means that we can vaccinate more people. And the more people who get vaccinated, the safer we all are.
The Broward State will receive an additional 47,000 vaccines starting next week with the introduction of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine that was approved over the weekend. And health officials say those doses come at a perfect time as vaccinations opens up to a new group of people.
With our first group of 47,000 doses focused on our educator allocation.
However, those may be the only vaccines the state sees for the next few weeks. DHS officials say they aren't expecting another shipment till the end of March, but they say that won't affect their goal of getting every educator vaccinated by the end of April.
We put them into our allocation for the school plan. It's going to help us move through the educator workforce more quickly, and that will open up for others coming behind them.
They say the new vaccine will instead speed up vaccinations since it requires just 1 dose and is easier to store, despite a somewhat lower effective rate compared to Moderna and Pfizer vaccines.
Dr. Fauci noted not to get too wrapped up in some of those initial numbers, but really to look at that final result, and all 3 vaccines are certainly considered safe and effective.
In the Northwoods, Georgina Fernandez, Newswatch 12.
Meanwhile, nationwide, some breaking news. President Biden just moved up the timeline to get every adult in the U.S. vaccinated. He previously said the U.S. should have enough supply to get everyone vaccinated by the end of July. Today, he said we should have enough by the end of May, though it may take longer than that to administer all of those shots. Senator Tammy Baldwin joined 2 other Democrats in a Zoom call today, pushing for the passage of the American Rescue Plan in the Senate. That's that COVID relief package. It already cleared the House. Senator Baldwin highlighted what she considers the package's long-term improvements to America's health care system.
Now we need to pass this legislation in the Senate to fund vaccine distribution and to expand access to quality, affordable health care coverage that Americans need right now.
Baldwin pointed to success in Wisconsin's vaccination efforts. We just told you about that, but said building on that nationwide requires more funding from the federal government.
State and local governments have been on the front lines of this pandemic since the beginning, and the current vaccination effort is really no different. We need to take action now to get local and state governments the support they need from Washington.
The Senate is hoping to take up that bill this week. They're trying to get it to President Biden's desk by March 14th. That's when several measures in the CARES Act, the last big package, are set to expire. The Rhinelander Area Food Pantry has another giveaway planned for this week. It's scheduled for this Thursday morning, starting at roughly 8:30 or 9 a.m., depending on when the truck arrives. That event is free. It's open to the public. Boxes will be given on a first-come, first-served basis with a 1-box limit per vehicle unless you're picking up for someone else. This is a no-contact pickup. Masks are required. Well, it's a chilly night, but some warmer weather is ahead this week. Jeff's in with your full forecast after the break. You're watching Newswatch 12, proud to serve Harshaw and folks all across the Northwoods of Wisconsin.
Friday here at Tundraland. Growing up in Wisconsin, I spent many weekends on my parents' deck listening to dad jokes. Like, do you know why the pony lost his voice? Because he was a little hoarse. Your backyard is a place where memories are made, and a brand new deck by Tundraland is a great way to make your backyard beautiful. Call 1-800-Tundraland for special savings like half off installation. Call 1-800-Tundraland and do me a favor, tell them Bella sent you.
My name's Arthur, Merrill, Wisconsin. In August of 2019, I started getting numbness in my feet. By July of 2020, my feet were so numb, I lost a sense of balance. I thought I was walking on stilts. I seen this ad for spinal aid. I took 20 treatments from them, and by then my feet were 90% better and no longer felt as I was walking on stilts.
Are you experiencing weakness, numbness, and/or pain in your feet or hands? These sensations might even be affecting other areas of your body along with your balance. You might have already been diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy and are taking drugs such as Lyrica, gabapentin, or Cymbalta that never seems to help. Neuropathy pain ultimately diminishes your quality of life. Call Spinal Aid of Wausau today to see if our treatment methods are right for you. Call 715-203-1508 to schedule your neuropathy severity consultation or visit us at spinalaid.com.
At Papa Murphy's, we knead seriously, chop seriously, and shred seriously. Because we're serious about Tuesdays, even if you're not. Every Tuesday, get a large pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's, change the way you pizza.
Plan your day ahead with meteorologist Devin Biggs on News Watch 12 today, weekday mornings from 5 to 7. Utilizing industry-leading technology, WJFW has you covered so you can be prepared to embrace the day ahead.
There you are. Welcome back, my friends. You and I get to chat weather for about the next 4 minutes. And yesterday, high temperatures in the teens. Not so much today. Lots of sunshine today with temperatures up near 40 right now at the airport in Rhinelander with a southwest breeze at 14, making it feel like 32. I know. And the pressure's steady at the airport right now. Over in Wausau, 41 for you. A southwest breeze at 11, making it feel like 34. So there is a bite in the air. However, temperatures are back in the 40s. For pretty much everybody across the area. Now, there's a couple 30s in here, and I go looking at you, Mosini as well. But overall, up near 40 today, and tomorrow, and for Thursday, and for Friday, and we have a 50 in the 7-day forecast. It's on Sunday. All right, the average high, though, is 31. The average low is now 11. Record low being 23 below back in 2009. There is just no cold air in the long-range forecast anywhere right now, with sunset there at 5:46 in the afternoon. So there is some heat, though, building across the Midwest right now. Check out these temperatures. Near 70 in parts of the Dakotas, up over Denver. We're not going to do that, but we do have, like I said, 40s in the forecast and maybe a 50 over the weekend. Until then, though, here's what we're going to do. Tomorrow, 39, 38 for Thursday, 41 Friday, and there's that 50 on Sunday. And then once we get there, we could stay there for a few days, Monday, Tuesday, into Wednesday of next week. So we're going to melt some snow. Right now, we're at 14 inches in Rhinelander, down to 0 now in Green Bay, 7 Milwaukee. This is going to go fast because with the early March sunshine and temperatures near 40, the trails are going to go downhill pretty quickly, and we're not going to replenish the snow anytime soon. So here we go, right? Out there now, a little bit of cloud cover across the area currently. These are high, kind of wispy clouds, cirrus clouds out there right now, ice crystals in the atmosphere, making for a beautiful sunset tonight. However, this little system there is going to pull out of here this evening. See you later. You can notice very clearly now the storm track has shifted again. One to our north, one to our south. We are stuck in the middle. It's kind of where we've been pretty much all winter long, thus the lack of precipitation. In fact, here's the latest drought monitor, or where it's been dry across the country. This picture is from a year ago, but look at today. This is us today, and we're starting to feel this across northern parts of Wisconsin. Going in close, you can see where it's the first level of drought, or there's not much moisture in the snowpack. The groundwater table is very low. This could be a problem heading into the growing season if we keep up this trend, and there is is no rain or snow the next 6 days forecasted around here. Maybe some rain in the forecast next week on Tuesday. Our forecast for tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies, still breezy. Low temperatures down near 23. That's an improvement, right? With a southwest breeze around 15. For tomorrow, it's Wednesday already. Partly cloudy skies, highs near 40 again. This may be a little bit low. We could do 40, 41 tomorrow with a northwest breeze around 5 to 10. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Mattress shows our dry stretch continues. Highs near 40 tomorrow and for Thursday and for Friday. And there's the weekend. Look at that. 42 Saturday, Sunday, partly cloudy with a high of 50. Justin?
All right, thanks, Jeff. With those warmer temperatures on the way and the lack of snow to begin with, more snowmobile trails across north central Wisconsin are starting to close. In the Langlade County snowmobile trail system, zones A and B are now closed as of last night. Of course, further north, trails are still open for now. 141 school districts and libraries across the state will receive nearly $3 million in TEACH grants. They're designed to improve the capacity of rural communities to utilize technology for students and library patrons. TEACH grants are awarded annually on a competitive basis. Some Northwoods recipients include the school district of Tomahawk, receiving over $13,000, and the Minocqua Public Library, receiving $7,500. Organizers say this year, demand for TEACH grants exceeded the amount of funds available. They're popular. 3 Rhinelander marketing campaigns from last year have been receiving American Advertising Awards for their creativity and innovation. The Hodag himself brought home a Golden Addy Award for visual illustration for a series of emoji GIFs. The animated caricatures already have more than 1 million views. They're found on Giphy, G-I-P-H-Y. The mythical creature also got one for its TikTok account and another for its Hodag Strong limited edition t-shirts. The proceeds from those went to the Rhinelander Chamber of Commerce. For more information on the marketing campaign or the Hodag, you can visit Explore Rhinelander's website or their social media pages. The annual St. Patrick's Day Parade in Rhinelander is still on with just under 2 weeks to go. The parade is set to happen in downtown Rhinelander March 13th, starting at 1:30. Organizers say it should last about an hour. There's also a month-long pub crawl happening now with the prize drawing on March 17th at Big Daddy's. Those participating in the parade or the pub crawl are asked to continue following CDC guidelines, wear a mask when required, social distance, and wash your hands frequently. Reading is one of the most important ways to nurture a child's growth and imagination, and today is especially a day to celebrate that. We'll show you how one Northwoods library has been reshaping things to help keep kids interested in reading. We'll have details on that after the break.
That's my grandma. She never gets to play with me much anymore. She's always pricking her fingers for her diabetes, and it hurts. Then she has to give herself shots with this big needle. I hate how sad she is now.
If you're living with diabetes, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again and the time it takes to manage your diabetes. How would you like to get your time back so you can do the things you love, like being with your grandchildren? By wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers and automatically have your insulin managed for you. If you're testing your blood sugar 4 or more times per day, injecting insulin 3 or more times per day, or using an insulin pump, call today. You could get a continuous glucose monitor system and a 30-day supply of sensors, often at little to no out-of-pocket expense, depending on your insurance. NextGen Medical Supplies accepts Medicare and most private and commercial insurance plans. Shipping is always free.
Step 1, build a new breed. Make it an SUV. Send it off-road. Send it to Baja. Then evolve, enhance, expand. Make it capable, smart, human. And then make more. Because the only way to predict the future is to build it. And the only way to build it is Ford Proud. Choose FlexBuy and get a 2020 Escape with 0% financing for 66 months. Plus $3,500 cash back. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
The inside of the Rhinelander Public Library is closed to the public right now because of the pandemic, but that hasn't stopped organizers from keeping the community involved through curbside pickup and virtual events, like today on National Read Across America Day. Newswatch 12's Megan Mamlock has more.
It's National Read Across America Day, and local librarians are finding creative ways to get kids interested in reading, whether it's making take crafts or picking up a classic like Frog and Toad to read at bedtime.
While virtual learning has been difficult for many children, library officials say a book can be a great escape.
Reading is one thing that everybody can do to help make sure that that brain stays active and learning at all times.
Last week, the library had a special story time for Read Across America Week, and then last night they had another event.
For all ages, last night we had a Dr. Seuss birthday bash type thing that we've done for years and years. It was virtual on Facebook Live, but we had a great turnout virtually, and we've been offering these fun bags for the kids.
Dr. Seuss is normally a favorite, but the author has recently come under fire as his publisher announced they will stop publishing 6 of his books because of the racist and insensitive imagery. The library says they're not removing any of his material, but they are making adjustments.
We did have some bundles together of Dr. Seuss books, and there's been a little controversy about some of his things. We're trying to be a little bit more cognizant of that now.
Librarians also offer take and make crafts to help kids find alternative solutions to screen time and get them to dig deeper into their book bundles.
One of the things, that leads to this celebration is that we have so much screen time right now that the actual physical book, the hearing of the word, the snuggling up together, that all makes for such a wonderful, rich experience that you can't get with a screen.
Librarians say the best way to get your child excited about reading is to find what books your child loves and go gangbusters with them.
Just read, read, read. That's the best way to celebrate.
In Rhinelander, Megan Mamlock, Newswatch 12.
All right, taking a look outside right now at the Rhinelander Airport. We are melting some snow with temps near 40. Jeff's back in with one final look at your forecast after the break.
Hi, I'm Dean Johnson. After 35 years in the home improvement industry, I can tell you that when it comes time to replace windows, most people want to use a solution that's going to last. I'm with Paul Delhunt, president of Renewal by Andersen. So Paul, how do you know your Fibrix composite window is going to hold up over time?
Well, Dean, is the full-service replacement division of Andersen, longevity is in our DNA. And we've known for a long time that our Fibrix material is 2 times stronger than vinyl and doesn't expand or contract with changes in temperature like vinyl does.
Do you ever test them?
Well, we test our windows all the time, but last year, for the first time, we conducted a long-term durability study, and we actually removed 10 original windows from a customer's home after 20 years of use.
Now, hold on a second. So you're saying you removed perfectly good windows from one of your customers just to test it?
Yeah.
So what did you find out?
Well, the results were excellent. We did some testing on site, and then we did more extensive testing here in our lab. And after 20 years of brutal Minnesota winters and muggy summers, our windows were as easy to open and close as the day they were installed. And our Fibrix material remained incredibly strong with no cracking, peeling, or chipping.
Well, that's incredible, and probably a big reason for that 4.7-star rating you get from your customers.
Absolutely, Dean. But actually, Renewal is about a lot more than just our great product. I would tell you that we get just as many rave reviews from our customers about our phenomenal people or our worry-free process as we do about our product. We call this Renewal by Andersen Signature Service. Our goal really is to make this the best home improvement experience you've ever had.
Well, there you have it. If you're looking for a replacement window solution that's going to last, look no further than Renewal by Andersen.
Call Renewal by Andersen today to schedule your free window diagnosis. Plus, take advantage of this incredible limited time offer as well. Installation is included. There's never been a better time for you to experience Renewal by Andersen's signature service for yourself. Call the number on your screen now because this offer ends soon. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
Welcome to the show. I am Ellen DeGeneres. You will be my virtual audience.
Somebody cough. I heard a cough.
Every day, Hollywood's biggest stars and your favorite games.
I wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Ellen's season 18 is so big.
That's not as big as I thought that would be.
Ellen, weekdays at 3 p.m.
This may shock you, but Gatorade wants you to drink more Gatorade. And now they're going to tell you how much you should drink. Meet the GX Sweat Patch. This is a sticker, goes on your inner arm. Actually, that's not the patch, that's an iPhone. But you measure how much sweat you produce with this patch. There's the patch. Gatorade's app then tells you how much fluid and sodium you've lost and how much sports drink you need to replenish it. You get 2 patches for $25. They're one-time use each. Now, the good news is you wouldn't wear a patch every time. You would learn how much you usually sweat during a workout and then adjust accordingly. That's the game plan, of course.
I need to meet their marketing people. That's genius for them. All right, so for us, though, no sweating today, but temperature up near 40 for high earlier. Actually, right now. So we are melting some snow on the tarmac here at the airport in Rhinelander as the sun is now setting. It's 40 in Rhinelander, 40 in Tomahawk, 39 for Medford, 41 for Wausau. We'll do this all over again tomorrow, and for Thursday, and for Friday, and for Saturday, and Sunday we could go for 50. There are a couple clouds out there now from a system well to our north currently. That will stay there tonight. Leave us alone. We are kind of in between systems right now. That's going to leave us alone probably through the weekend. Our next chance for precipitation not until really Tuesday of next week. Until then, look at these temperatures. We flipped it, right? 40s tomorrow, and look at the weekend. 42 Saturday, Sunday 50 with low temperatures in the 20s.
Looks like an April forecast, not an early March forecast. All right, thanks, Jeff. Thank you for joining us on Newswatch 12 at 5. NBC Nightly News is next. We'll see you back here at 6 with more.